Hey everyone, I'm Brian Easterday and welcome back to Eye of the Storm Astrology. So today I'm going to be continuing my Sun Through the Sign series, and I'll be discussing Sun in the sign of Virgo. But before I get to that, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and do yourself a favor and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any other videos that could be helping you turn your challenges into strengths. So what are the qualities of Sun in the sign of Virgo? Well, Virgo is an earth sign. It's ruled by the planet Mercury, and it is the internal or the feminine expression of Mercury. So, what happens when the sun comes here? Well, one, we get a person that they are going to be a highly intelligent person because the sun's fiery passion, it becomes grounded and down to earth. They become very practical people here in Virgo. But Virgo is all about problem solving, and it's an inherently intelligent sign because it's ruled by Mercury, the planet of intelligence. So they're all about identifying like patterns and things like that, or diagnosing when there's an issue with something. They're very good at problem solving. So when the sun comes here, this person becomes a very good problem solver. They become very intelligent. They tend to be a very down to earth, very grounded, very practical person. They will like to have things neat, clean, and organized. They might they might think that their way is the best way. That can be maybe one of the things. And it very well could be. It could be because Virgo is really good at problem solving and seeing the right way to do things. It's all about that. But when the sun comes here, you got to keep in mind our sun, like that's our ego. So we kind of maybe become a little bit egoic, thinking that, like, hey, we know the best way to do everything. Maybe you're not the only Virgo out there. Maybe the way you're looking at something as a Virgo isn't actually the best way to solve the problem. Maybe you need to look at it from the perspective of Pisces or from Scorpio or from Sagittarius or whatever it may be, right? Make sure here that you don't get stuck in a limited perspective of, oh, there's only this way to do it. There's the right way, and that's the only way. Realize that there could be many right ways to do something. It doesn't necessarily make one better than the other. That can kind of, and I know that's going to really be hard for the Sun and Virgos to hear. Two of my children are Virgo ascendants, and my son has his moon there as well. I have Virgos in my life, and it's a really fun sign because they're really interesting people. Not only are they highly intelligent, they tend to be very gentle people, very loving, very like trustworthy people because it's ruled by Mercury. Mercury is not only a neutral planet, but it's a very friendly planet. And because this is the feminine or the internal expression of Mercury, these people can become very inwardly reflective to where they can say, oh, they'll analyze themselves. Like this is one thing here too. They could be their biggest critics is themselves. So that's something that you could also see with like a Sun and Virgos, that they can be kind of very harsh on themselves, and then maybe also extend that to other people as well. But it could also be very gentle because it's symbolized by the young maiden who's bearing like the wheat in the Ayurveda medicine. So like nutrition and healing, medicine, taking care of others. Virgo originally sits in the sixth house, which deals with like sickness, illness, problems. This is why they are such good problem solvers, because it's a normal thing for them to have to deal with those things. It's naturally what they're good at, is analyzing things and figuring out the best way to solve that problem. So you can see a lot of people with like a Sun in Virgo, they might end up being some type of healer, like a doctor or something like that. They could also be a problem solver. So it could even be someone, say, for example, is like a mechanic. Like they're diagnosing your car, they're solving that, they're figuring out what part's broken, fixing that. It could be someone who works in like the tech industry, diagnosing issues, those type of things. You could also maybe see someone who's maybe like an authority in like with things to do with earthly things, because Virgo's an earth sign. So for example, someone who's maybe like a park ranger, that would be a good example. They're out there like a forest ranger, they're out there protecting the wildlife in the parks. They're an authority. The sun is in Virgo, so they deal with like healing and taking care of the earth. So you could also see a lot of people, for example, who are like vets, you know, people with Sun and Virgo, they'll almost always like animals, especially like small animals like dogs, cats, those type of things. They'll usually have a pet or something like that if they can. Another great thing here, like that can be like a higher expression of like a Sun in Virgo, is that taking the goal orientedness, the individualness of the Sun, and putting it with Virgo where it becomes practical, down to earth, grounded, and it can see the best way to achieve things. So I have this goal. How can I go about doing that? Oh, I need to do this thing and then do this thing and then do this thing. Oh, I need to create a video. Okay, well, I have to come up with the thing I want to talk about, come up with some notes. I have to then record it. I have to edit it. I have to upload it. It's all those figuring. Virgo is all about all those little steps. So with the Sun in Virgo, that's great because you can see your goal, you can be passionate towards it, but you know how to analyze in a very intelligent way, to think about and reflect on things, to see what steps do I need to take to achieve this goal. So that's a great thing for the Sun to be able to do. Another thing we can see here is someone who can maybe even be like, for example, like a chef, like because it deals with nurturing and caring for others. Like food is medicine. Like all our modern medicines are actually based on some sort of derivative of food at some point. If you're taking supplements and vitamins and stuff, that all comes from some type of food. So you could see someone who's like a chef, or they could even help people, we'll say, for example, in like working in the nutrition field or something like that. These tend to be people that they're very like health oriented or conscious people. They're conscious about like what they take into themselves, like when it comes to diet and stuff like that. Their ego could be wrapped up in how healthy they are, how clean they appear, how clean their surroundings and their house is, how organized everything is, all that type of stuff. And if things feel filthy or dirty or unorganized or whatever it may be, that can actually affect their sense of self. It can kind of make them either get down on themselves or just not feel the best. So they really want to have those things. So those are some great tips for a Sun in Virgo. If you like things clean and organized, great. you know Organize them and clean them. Do them in the way that works for you, but always keep in mind, if someone else, organize your house the way you want, but that doesn't mean you know the best way to organize someone else's house. Let them do that. That's the lesson here. So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. I hope you found it valuable. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button and let me know in the comments down below. And also do yourself a favor, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any other videos that could be helping you turn your challenges into strengths. If you need to contact me for information about getting a consultation, signing up for a course, whatever it may be, you can click the link below in the description, and that goes to my link tree. That's a one-stop shop to my website, social media services, so you can also follow all of my work. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And remember, by creating more awareness, we create more opportunity to be the best version of ourselves. Appreciate your guys' support, and I'll see you guys next time.